Hey guys, so I wanted to touch on something that I think is fairly important, and I think that there is a little bit of a lack in this, and it's a political hot potato, if you will, when it comes to our community of programmers. So there is a lot of discussion about why there's so few girls that do programming or like do software development. And we have all these initiatives to get more people interested, and I think more girls interested, and I think that's a great thing. And also there are like coding schools for kids. We're trying to teach our kids at a younger age. I think here in Sweden they're even talking about, or maybe even in America, that they're talking about adding it to the basic education curriculum. And I also think that's a great thing, even if you don't, think that programming is the best thing in the world. By just knowing a little bit about it, it's gonna help you think. It's going to give you a lot of value, and yeah, it's a great tool. However, there's also this in the industry on the other side of it, is that you have this, well, let's say, how do I put this in a nice way? There is this, if you don't know it, most people think it's really complicated. And it depends on your definition of what's complicated, but it is not something that you just pick up in a day. Absolutely, it's much more complicated than, I don't know, like cleaning or fairly basic carpentry. But it's not so difficult that you have to be a superhuman to be able to do it. I thought so. Before I knew how to do it, I thought I had to be this super genius that, the programmers were these mathematical geniuses. They're not. They're just regular people. Some of them are even dumber than me, and I'm dumber than most. Trust me. And so what I'm trying to say here is that there is a how do I capture this in a nice way? There is an idea that you have to be really smart to be able to program. And I think that these initiatives about, trying to get more females into programming and kids and all that stuff, that's something that we're not doing. I want to do this for more people. I want you to realize that most of the stuff that we do, like in our daily basis, there are absolutely these scary scenarios where you have to be basically a super genius to do it. If you're building a graphic engine or a physics engine for games from scratch, then yeah, there's a lot of math involved, but that's not the common case. So I think that one of the things that I want to do with a lot of these videos that I'm making, where I basically just talk about my experiences and I try to give some tips, even though I'm not a master by any means. What I'm trying to achieve here is that I want you to know that if you're interested, you can come talk to us, to talk to programmers. Most of them love talking about their job, and there's nothing special going on. It's just regular people who got into this, and you can too. Trust me, you can learn to program. And if you're interested, please look at Code Academy. Khan.com has a lot of great stuff as well, YouTube and so forth, and just start get going, because I think that the biggest threat right now, the industry cares a lot about having good programmers. Oh yeah, really smart programmers. And 10 years ago, the only people who were really considered good, there were these super geniuses, PhDs, and the really mathematic heavy guys and girls who the chess team. Oh, sorry, stereotypes. But that has changed. Most commonly today, people want you to be able to do the job, to write code that is fairly good and does what it needs to do, that doesn't produce problems, and the rest of it is soft skills. What they call soft skills is being social, being a good person, being sharing knowledge, all that stuff. It's very rare that, and I can tell you firsthand, it's very seldom that anybody expects you to be really smart. They just want you to know that you can produce good code and that you're a nice person.